The design team at Wilsonart definitely has a finger on the pulse of the trends out in the world. I'm Natalia and I work for Wilsonart International. I'm a senior product designer. A designer for Wilsonart is responsible for trend spotting and translating the trends that we see out there into our product. The urban landscape is really being able to walk through a city like New York or Chicago and being inspired by the shapes and forms and geometries of what's happening around. So even in Brooklyn or Chelsea, the old brick paved streets, that can translate into a design, or the way buildings are shaped. It's very inspiring to see things in the urban landscape. Ethical consumerism is definitely an evolution of green or green design. When I was first practicing in contract design, we had a client who was known for their green practices, and we had to use sunflower board or straw board so that everybody knew that they were green and they used green product. But now we're seeing that it's evolving and it's changing, and people want the green product and they want all of the things that are green, but they don't want it to look like that. They don't want it always to be oatmeal. They want to have, that bright plum throw pillow on their sofa. The trend that we see in perforations, tessellations, and layering is really a way of seeing geometries in a different way. You can see layerings of buildings in big cities like New York, and then the geometries of the windows on those buildings. If a designer were to use industrial chic in their project, most likely it would mean that they're repurposing an old building. And when they repurpose an old building, they would either want to complement what's happening in that old building or have a pleasing contrast to what's happening in that building. To apply rustic glam to a project, it would be repurposing an older building and then adding sparkling elements. So whether that's a glass chandelier or a crystal chandelier, or bringing in something that's kind of transparent or translucent, but because it's made of a particular material that has a sparkle to it. It's contrasting the sparkle with the aged feeling of old brick. What's old is new again is when you take something that is iconic design and you reinterpret it in a more modern way, almost making it relevant again. As an example, the Cosmopolitan Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, they have taken, to me, what looks like old silverware and enlarged it to a grand scale and grand proportions and created handles on the glass doors of the entry into the casino. So it's a very, very contemporary casino with something you would see in grandma's kitchen, mixed together very nicely. I see trends everywhere. I'm always inspired by my surroundings, whether I'm out walking with my child in the park or if I'm traveling on business to New York City. I'm inspired always by the colors and surroundings.